Welcome back to the Black Hills and Eastern Railroad, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at all the 5 Class 1 railroads that once visited Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're in Falls Park, and it's a beautiful day, so we're going to take a tour of the remaining architecture and structures in and around the downtown area.
Let's do it.
First of all, before we get started, I'm going to have to issue an apology that my microphone dropped out a couple of times while we were filming this originally. So a lot of these are going to be voiceovers, and I'm going to be referring to these railroad names in Sioux Falls as their Class 1s that we're probably most commonly known by. So if you're here for an exhaustive history lesson on Sioux Falls railroading, you've probably come to the wrong place. I just thought it'd be fun to put together a where are they now type video regarding the 5 Class 1 railroads that used to call Sioux Falls, South Dakota home. We moved just south on Phillips Avenue to see 2 Milwaukee Road facilities. The first is the passenger depot, which has been shorn of its pitched roof, so it really doesn't look anything like a railroad structure anymore. It's got a flat roof on it, and it's been added on to a couple of times like an old farmhouse. So the Milwaukee Road Passenger Depot is at 5th and Phillips in Sioux Falls. The Milwaukee Road Freight House is at 6th and Phillips, just across the street. Really a handsome looking freight house. It's been well maintained over the years. So then we get over to the passenger depot, which I'd probably refer to as the quaintest depot in town, the Rock Islands Depot. This depot was actually constructed by the Burlington, Cedar Rapids, and Northern Railroad, which was the predecessor to the Rock Island Railroad. I had to look that one up, to be quite honest with you. This depot is in use as an outdoor sporting goods type store. If you like camping gear, that type of thing, the great outdoor stores.
Rock Island Railroad, Route of the Rockets.
The Rock Island Depot is situated at East 10th Street and 1st Avenue in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Then we stepped just a little ways north and took a look at Rock Island's bridge over the Sioux River here in downtown. Then we moved down to a spot a little south of downtown and see the Rock Islands Bridge over the Sioux River again. Then we get to the local favorite, Chicago Northwestern. Came in. There actually a bit of clarification that it wasn't exactly the Chicago Northwestern that came to town. There was a predecessor, and then for the longest time it was known as the Omaha Road, which Northwestern had control of, I believe, since the 1910s or 1920s, and wasn't officially merged in. It was operated basically as a paper company. Everybody referred to it as the Northwestern, but it was really the Omaha until I believe it was 1970. The Omaha was rolled up formally into the Northwestern. Here is the ruggedly handsome Chicago Northwestern Freight Depot. My friend and coworker Tim gave us some inside information on what was going on with this building while it was in operation as a Northwestern property. His dad used to work out of this building as an agent, and he remembers himself that inside this building was outfitted, at least a small portion of it was anyway, as a passenger depot. At some point or the other in the distant past, I guess Chicago Northwestern lost their passenger depot in Sioux Falls. That was located also on A Street, but south and a little bit west from where we're at here with the freight depot. I don't know exactly what happened on that or when we lost it, but there was some need apparently for passenger facilities, a ticket window, and some place to keep people out of the elements while they're waiting for their trains. I'm not exactly clear on when the last Northwestern passenger service left Sioux Falls, but I would guess probably in the 50s or so, when rubber tire cars and trucks started taking over and the highway system became dominant. So this part is where a little bit of sleuthing on Google Maps came in handy. We were only able to locate what we think, or what we're pretty sure, is what the remains of the Omaha Road, or the Northwestern's roundhouse is in Sioux Falls. This is on North Weber Avenue, almost up to the pork plant, the Smithfield pork plant. As far south as that, but just south of the where the BN and the Northwestern cross Weber Avenue in Sioux Falls. Here's another view of the Northwestern infrastructure. This is on the west side of town. From the bike trails, we see the span going over the west leg, if you will, of the Big Sioux River in Sioux Falls. The fairgrounds, the expo building is actually visible through the span over there to the left of the photo. This part of the Northwestern is operated by a local shortline, Ellis and Eastern Company, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of now Knife River. It was Sweetman Construction Company. Ellis and Eastern is a neat little shortline. They've got an eclectic mix of first and second generation EMD power from a number of different railroads. And we got a little treat when we were downtown Sioux Falls on this Saturday. We caught a rare move of Ellis and Eastern coming through town with their sand train from Corson out to the ready mix plant in Sioux Falls that you saw in those previous shots. So turning our attention to the Great Northern Depot, this depot has the honor of being the only depot still left in operation as a railroad structure in Sioux Falls. It's pretty cool. I don't know exactly how late this served as a passenger depot. And of course, I got to put a plug in for the this Hill Lines depot. Burlington Northern has always been near and dear to me. So obviously starting out as the Great Northern Depot, being in BN hands for 25 years, since 1970 up until 95, 96 when BNSF took over. And a couple of shots here are of the GN motor line, or the BN motor line, from Sioux Falls to Yankton, South Dakota. This line, and I'm not sure why the guys refer to it as the motor line. I'm assuming because the last passenger service on it was motor cars, probably gas electrics or something like that. One or two cars, and that would probably be it. All that line supported for passenger service. And then we finally arrive here at the mighty Illinois Central. This depot here has my vote by far for the most ruggedly handsome depot in Sioux Falls. It's a really cool looking building. I don't know exactly what's going on in this building, but it is in regular use. I believe there's a bank or a law firm or something like that in this depot today. Then we skip back over to Weber Avenue and take a look at the Illinois Central Roundhouse. This is in use today by some kind of ad agency or ad design, web design type shop. It's been fully renovated and it's in use as office space today. There's big plate glass windows that face out to the south. I hope you've enjoyed this tour through Sioux Falls railroad infrastructure as it is today. And click that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one if I'm lucky. Bye-bye, everybody.
Rock Island Railroad to the... Oh my god! I'm missing. Okay, ready? Rock Island Railroad to the round of the... Rock Island Railroad to the round of the rockets. Oh, it's not the... You don't push me every time. I'm not the... Okay, fine. You do it. Okay. Rock Island Railroad to the... Yeah, okay. Rock Island Railroad to oh my gosh, you even know how to do it.
Okay, we haven't gotten one good take yet.
Rock Island Railroad to the route of the rockets. To the route of the rockets. Yeah.
Route of the rockets.
Yeah. Rock Island Railroad to the route of the rockets. Okay. Rock Island Railroad to the route of the rockets. Okay. 1. Rock Island Railroad to the route of the